Let's shift gears now. Some South Africans who are sympathizing with Iran are having a memorial service to honor the late Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi and other high-ranking officials who died from the helicopter crash on Sunday. The service is currently underway in Johannesburg, and President Cyril Ramaphosa has also sent his condolences following the tragedy. Let's speak now to SABC News reporter Kailihle Khumalo, who's there and is joining us live now. Kailihle, thank you so much for your time this evening. Let's talk about the program and who is in attendance.
Well, that's right, Bonge. Quite a very poignant moment for all the people who are in attendance here. As you know, that it's a very tragedy that really just unfolded, that has really precipitated so many messages, especially from the leaders in the global south who are sympathizing with Iran, who are saying that this is a very horrific incident given the circumstances, but it's also happening with the geopolitics that are unfolding in the Middle East, where Iran has been very supportive of the cause of the Palestinian. Speaking of the people in attendance, let's speak to Thapelo Ahmad from Al Jamaa. Thank you so much indeed for your time. So we're just speaking, before we had this engagement where you were just saying that Iran has been one of the leading voices when it comes to the Palestinian cause. Maybe just your reaction to the developments that you have seen in the Middle East.
Well, thank you so much. First and foremost, we are here to share our sympathy and the deepest condolences to the family of the President of Iran and the delegates. But not only that, to the entire Iranians. It's a great loss, not only for Iranians, but it's a great loss as well for Muslims at large, because you know that Iranians are one of the countries that are in the forefront advocating for justice. And you know that justice is universal, and they've been resolute in defending the Palestinians and defending themselves, because they were also under sanctions since 1974, and they were able to build their economies, they were able to industrialize their country, they were able to produce a cell phone, they were supportive of their SMMEs, and this is why they are a powerhouse today that is independent, and we can learn a lot from them as well. We can take the model and duplicate it in South Africa and see what can we do, so that when you're empowering the SMMEs, you are empowering the families, because an SMME can employ one person, and then we replicate the model so that we can be independent as a country.
And obviously, Thapelo, this is a country that is still under the yoke of the very hard-hitting sanctions, and others are really just going as far as saying that the helicopters, the aviation sector really got affected because of the Western sanctions. For a country like South Africa, really enjoying very strong bilateral relation with Iran, what could be the lessons in terms of making sure that we're able to deal with a number of socioeconomic issues? You were talking off air about your campaign trail, but what could be the lessons for the parties like yours here in South Africa from Tehran?
Yeah, look, every government needs to learn the model of the international direct foreign investment, and we can learn from Iranians. Iranians, they are into the automotive industry. They produce their own cars. They are into cell phone industry. They produce their own cell phones. There's a whole lot of things that we can learn from them, and that they are also joined the BRICS community, which is the alternative economy for the South Africans. If the West are hitting hard on us, the ICJ case, where South Africa is championing the resistance in terms of the Palestinians, the Palestinian plight, the same way the Iranians will do. So if we are under sanctions, we can also go back to the friends that are independent and friends that understand the cause, because South Africans are leading the cause of the liberation. We are a liberation country, so we can learn from them, and we can indeed be independent after taking the lessons from countries such as them, which is Iran.
All right. Thank you so much indeed, sir, for your time. Of course, Bonge, one of the people really in attendance here, Mr. Thapelo from Al Jamaa. So many people really well represented here, just in terms of really sympathizing with the Iranians, and as they really just go through a very terrible time. We know that 5 days of mourning have been declared by the authorities in Iran, and also we know that the procession will continue to the other cities services as the funerals of the late president, the late foreign affairs minister, and other very prominent officials as well. With that, back to you in studio.
All right, Kylie, thank you very much for that update. And of course, we'll continue to catch up with you throughout the course of the evening here on SABC News. That's our reporter there, Kylie.